Hey guys, it's Bad Hero again with another Warframe video. Today I'm actually going to be going over my Stropha and Mirage Prime build that you might have seen in some of my earlier videos, showcasing the Project AST build. Project AST is actually an acronym that stands for Attack Speed Stropha. So it's a new build that I made with the Stropha, just trying to like highlight some of the better or more uh, just appealing aspects for me personally, ways to play with the Stropha, because I know a lot of people tend to do heavy attack builds with, high noon or something like that. And while definitely efficient and devastating, it's very powerful. It can take out a lot of enemies. It'll do millions of damage. uh, it's just too it's just too popular, basically. Too many people using it for me. I just wanted to do something different. So I created this attack speed Stropha build. So on this build, we're going to actually be using the Gunblade Stance Bullet Dance. This part is very, very important to the build, namely because the two combos we will be using, obviously I'm on controller, so if you're on PC, you're going to be using, just the forward, aim down sight and melee button, and then aim down sight and melee button for this one. So basically what we do is we align our sights on a group of enemies, target them, whatever you want to call it, and then we use this to move ourselves forward, keep our forward momentum while we're attacking the groups of enemies. And then when we get too close, we need to back it up a little bit. We're going to use this one to back up, maybe, rotate, realign our sights on some, like a new group of enemies, and then we will revert back to this one to kind of mow them back down, so to speak. So definitely one of the reasons that attack speed is so important on this build. Obviously, you can use the regular organ shatter. Personally, I like the amalgam organ shatter because it comes with the 6% heavy attack windup speed. I typically use life strike, that way I can heal myself on heavies just to sustain damage on some of the squishier frames. Berserker Fury, because it is the better option out of the other two attack speed mods that you might have access to, or possibly three if you have Prime Fury. Quickening, way more important because it has that 20% combo count chance. So with that, we're going to be building up to 12 times combo multiplier insanely quickly. Prime Fever Strike, one of the best in slot mods for melees, obviously because the 165% extra damage on Toxin. And I have Umbra polarities for the Umbra melee mods. My apologies. So Blood Rush, obviously, to help with that critical chance on combo multiplier. This is going to get us those nice orange and red crits. These two are optional. I'm going with a Spore Laser secondary that can be made combining parts from Fortuna and Deimos with kit guns. So obviously you can see I'm using the Spore Laser, the Splat, and the Haymaker grip. And then Tenant Envoy, you could use whatever build you want with this, or you could just completely have a way different other weapon, completely your choice, whether it's the Brahma, the Ogress, whatever you want. With Mirage, very simple build. I'm going to max out sprint speed as much as possible because I like to be speedy on squishing frames, and it especially helps with this Stropha bullet dance sort of build. So you're going to want Vitality to get some extra health, Redirection obviously to be able to sustain a little bit of damage before your health takes damage, Prime Flow for energy pool, Blind Rage for obviously as much power strength as possible, Narrow-minded obviously the same extra duration, Intensify, feel free to use whether it's Umbra Intensify or Transient Fortitude, whatever you really want there. Augur Message for some extra duration, and obviously Prime Continuity. For Arcanes, feel free to use whatever you like. I'm just using Arcane Pulse and Multi-Augmented obviously for extra ability strength on kill, and then Arcane Pulse for the health restoration, additional to the orbs I actually pick up. So yeah, that's about it. As far as focus schools, I'm using Naramon because I'm using the Stropha. I want to be able to keep my combo counter up. Feel free to use whatever you want if that's not really a big deal to you. Also, because the way that we build combo multiplier, it's not really an issue, but you definitely want to keep it at 12x. You definitely have your damage maximized with that being said. So, and obviously, I hope you kind of like my Mirage fashion frame. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go to Still Path, Survival. Try to see if we can lure out the Acolyte and kill him. So yeah, while this is
you must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy.
whoops. Cut this down just a little bit. Alright, so we got enough for...
The infested are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only chance for survival.
Obviously, as you can see forward. As you see, we're just using the forward and back combos to basically move towards a group of enemies, back up off a group of enemies if we get too close to them, still kind of keep them in our sights, but move back, and then we're just going to use forward to basically add a little breach surge for some fun. As you can see, just kind of mowing these guys down. Obviously buffs. As you see, I've done this on even Still Path Grineer. That was a 1.9 mil just off a light attack. Just off a light attack, guys. 1.9 mil. So if you're armor stripping in conjunction with this, using other frames, obviously if you wanted to use Terrify from Necros on Mirage instead of Sleight of Hand for armor stripping normal mobs, you could absolutely do that.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy...
You can see I'm just destroying these guys just with light attacks. I'm literally one-shotting these guys. And also, something I didn't do that I could have, I definitely could have added Arcane Strike to the build instead of Arcane Pulse. Definitely would have been really nice to get that attack speed buff. Anything to just speed up the combo, because the faster you can do the combo, like this is even actually better with Volt. Volt is definitely a lot better because he can buff his attack speed through both Warcry and speed, or just speed and say maybe use Zada's Whisper with Shock Trooper, so he can buff his damage quite by quite an insane margin.
Life support on the way.
So yeah, just That's just spamming melee. It's not a bad combo. That one's I don't like the whole flip and whatnot. Takes a little long to complete the combo, in my opinion. As you can see, he got another million in there. Dead. As you can see, I did most of the damage to him with this Stropha. Really kind of messed up a bit. Missing him with the heavy. I thought I got him. So yeah, that's just a example of the build. As you can see, I'm just kind of like John Wicking around, basically just flipping all over the fucking place, shooting down enemies with a fucking melee. It's very, very fun. Very, very fun. I highly recommend you to try out this build. Let me know what you think in the comments below once you have done so. It's definitely very, very fun and interactive. And it's something unique that has not traditionally been seen with other Stropha build videos. So normally, as I was saying earlier, that most people that use Stropha go with high noon and just do heavy attacks, just solely heavy attacks, which is kind of boring after a while. You know, you're just sitting there just kind of heavy in enemies and stuff. Oh look, 1000% accuracy and 562 kills. So I'm averaging about 100 kills a minute with this build, which is pretty damn good if I do say so myself. I'm definitely on the higher end for most weapons. I get that math by the fact that I was in mission for about 5 minutes, or I stayed for about 5 minutes and killed 562 enemies, 544 which were melee kills. So I killed them with the Stropha, and 201 of those were headshots. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. It is truly an amazing weapon. I highly recommend you to try out this build, and if you got time, drop me a comment and like. Can't wait to see you guys again. Peace.